as this Simon Ekpa said, that they are building defense, both land and sea defense and air defense, in preparation for the declaration uh, of Biafran states. What can you say about that?
Oh well, any nation, whether great or small, must surely build their armed forces to be strong against external aggression, not internal aggression like Nigeria is doing. They build armed forces using it against their citizens. And if our prime minister said that he's building our armed forces to stand for the test, yes, he's doing right. Because you cannot be a nation without having armed forces, no matter how little they are. You understand? I think Gambia and Cape Verde were the less has less armed forces personnel in number. I think Gambia have 1,500 or so. Cape Verde, I don't know whether they reach up to that, but it's armed forces. They have to build it. So if our God-given prime minister building Biafran armed forces to stand for the tax ahead is right. He's right.
Just like they dislodged the Cameroonian in Bakassi Peninsula, the Biafran Navy was very active and in their job in dislodging the enemy. There was even to the extent that rocket was fired by the Biafran Navy.
Yes, the Biafran Navy known as the Black Marine. What they are doing with the Cameroonians armed forces, and they are just doing exercise. They are just doing practice. The way I see it, I mean our navy, the red Black Marine, they are just doing exercise or doing practice with Cameroonian armed forces. You know, when you go and do training finish, you have to do what to experiment the training you did. You see, when your teacher teach you finish in the classroom, you set exam for you to know what he taught you, whether you are picking up. That's exactly what our Black Marine is doing in Biafran territorial water. When the Cameroonian will try to encroach, you just give them signal warning. So, my friend, don't pass your boundary. Then they will go back. That's just what we're doing. Not that we are fighting with them.
According to him, Bakassi Peninsula is very strategic because that was one of the failure of the or defeat of the during the Biafran 1967 to 70 civil war.
Yes, during that time, Gowan, Amadu Bello, Amadu Hijo, Amadu Ahijo approached Gowan. He first of all approached Ojuku to code it to him so that he will allow us to use Cameroon as our depot, both military, hardware, and relief. Ojuku told him that I cannot sell my father's land to fight my brother. No matter what happened, Nigeria is still his brothers. He cannot sell his father's land to fight his brothers. No, no way. Then Amadu Ahijo had to make a turn around to approach Gowan. He talked with Gowan. Gowan agreed with Awolowo. Said, code him. It's not our portion of our land. They code it to them so that they will have part of it. We have part of it. We share the looting if we win Biafra. Gowan coded it to him without approval of Supreme Military Council. Only him single-handedly. Only his signature appeared there. You understand? He called it to Cameroon. Then Amada Hijo had to block us totally. And even allow Nigeria to take their warship to come there and mount it. This is how they managed to blockade us. Both land, both sea, both air. So, but God of Biafra is with us. We survive. Biafra is up to today existing.
So Biafrans have learned their lessons and would not want a repeat of such.
Of course, Biafra have learned their own lesson. And you see how God is working. In the time of Obasanjo's second term, I think 2003 or so, Amadu, Cameroon government, Paul Biya, this time under Paul Biya, went to World Court with Abacha to reclaim that land because immediately Murtala overthrew Gowon. Murtala went and reclaimed that land from Cameroon and said that one person cannot send state land to any country, change the boundary with any country without approval of the ruling body. So he went and took the land back. Then in 1982, when Shagari was in power, or 81, when Shagari was in power, that time Ahmad Dahi just was still there. The Cameroonian Jandos came there and killed 5 Nigerian soldiers and took the land back. And no, killed 5 Nigerian soldiers. It nearly generated to war. But Nigeria look at Cameroon as their brother. Then they settled in Georgia, but Nigeria is still occupying that land. Then Cameroon continued struggling to take it back from Obasanjo until from Obasanjo until Abacha. Then there, during Abacha time, that time it had become under Paul Biya. There was undeclared war in that Bakassi, which Nigeria sink 2 Cameroonian warship. Cameroon have to withdraw. Then they went to World Court. But before then, Cameroon have withdraw that map, the original map that white men take to partition Africa. Cameroon have withdraw their own with the help of French government, and they sued Nigeria to court and present their own plan. Present it. Nigeria wasn't able to present anything. So that thing linger until the death of Abacha. Obasanjo take over. Then they decided to award the land to Cameroon with Obasanjo approval. Now, as they give it to Cameroon, it's off from Nigeria hand. It's no more internationally, diplomatically, constitutional dialogue in any form. It's no more Nigerian territory. Cameroon holds it. But the owners of the territory, the original owners of the territory, which they snatch it out of his hand, is Biafra. Now, as we resurrect, we first of all went to claim our land from Cameroon. Now, Cameroon can sue Biafra to court. We settle it over there. German that colonized Cameroon before France, because after Second World War, all the old German colonies were removed from German and shared it to the other nations. Cameroon, Togo, Rwanda was, I think, was German territory they supposed to colonize. This all I remembered. But after the Second World War, they removed all of them from their hands. Then German know about the history of that place because it was in 1930 that the British called that Bakassi to German. 1930, British called that Bakassi, that area, even Amazonia, to German, to German in 1930. You know, British, like, if they see that you are harsh on them and you defeat them, they come in a diplomatic way. Then, but after the Second World War, they took it back. Was why both Ambazonian and Bakassi came back to Nigeria. One of the things made them to come back to Nigeria. That Ambazonia was under NCNC, which they won many seats, I think 13 seats in NCNC, which all of them were have their seats in Enugu, the then Eastern region, which means automatically they were coded to Eastern region of Nigeria as of that time. Then after 1963, this Ambazonian decided to go back to Cameroon. They hold the referendum to go back to Cameroon. Then the people that agreed to go back to Cameroon are more than people that agreed to stay in Nigeria. Then they went back to Cameroon. Then Bakassi still remained with Eastern Nigeria until the war time. Now they have sold it. Now the owners of the land went to took their land back. Now Nigeria cannot interfere there because internationally, logically, they have lose it. They have to penetrate in. Now the Cameroon that are claiming they are the owner are not the owner. So the owner have taken their land, waiting for Cameroon to come and challenge them. And anytime Cameroon come, our navy, marine dragon, will chase them away up to this day. And so will it be forever and ever in Jesus' name.